Reunited with his first crush, she's adorable, awkward, and definitely up to something. I'm Zan. Konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, and what's up? And welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. So let's actually get to it because this is our 630th episode. Can you believe it? Also, just letting you know, this Friday we're releasing something kind of fun because it is going to be our 18-year anniversary. But let's get to the main thing at hand, which is the manga review for this week. So if you remember from that last episode, I spun that one that only the Wheel of Manga, and it dictated to me that I'd be reviewing a manga that is a rom-com about miscommunications, people not knowing what other persons are thinking, and two crushes who like each other but don't realize that the other one likes the other one. And what are we talking about? We are talking about Akira Failing in Love. This is written by Shinta Harekawa and is available through the Viz Media app or through most bookstores. And it is a story of a young man who his life has changed totally when he's gone to high school. And who are we talking about? We are talking about Hajime Kugayama. And he is from a very small town where people have been going to the same school for years and years and years. And he's recently entered high school, and the girl he's had a crush on since he was a little boy has returned to the school after disappearing. And who is this young lady? This is Akira Momoso, the most popular girl at school, the smartest girl in school. And he went to elementary school with her, and they walked home from school every single day. And he talked to her, and he had a crush on her. But she left, and now she's back, and he's like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to show that she likes me, and it's going to be all great. And the only thing is that she's never talked back to him, so he thinks that she doesn't like him. So he's kind of confused as to maybe she doesn't like me, maybe that's it. Maybe we could just become friends. And he's very conflicted by this until one day when he's walking out of class, this beautiful girl bumps into him and she proceeds to Kenadon him and asks him straight up, I have a question for you. What's your favorite food? And he's like, and she keeps insisting, and he's a little concerned by this, so he ends up saying something really random. He's like, it's, bagna cotta? No, sorry, your face is mad. I mean, my favorite food is gonna be, well, uh, fried omelet rice with jumbo shrimp. And Akira is like, you haven't changed at all. And she walks away. He's like, this girl must definitely hate me. I don't know what's going on. But in reality, she is super excited because she finally got to ask him what his favorite food was. And because she has been crushing on him since they were little kids. But then she moved to another school, so she didn't know what to do. So now that she's back in the school, she's going to make him fall in love with her. And they're going to love each other and have lots of happiness together. And she has a 5-point plan. Only one tiny problem with this. She is extremely awkward around him, like creepily awkward. Like when she says something like, "What's your favorite music?" It sounds like, "What music do you not like?" And it scares him. And then she freaks out when he touches her, even though she wants to touch him. So it's this running joke of her trying to confess to him or find out more about him, and then him not understanding the situation and it getting very awkward. Now, this sounds very familiar. We've done series like this so many times. There are so many of this ones because both of the characters are completely clueless on each other's feelings. And it's funny, it's whimsical, it's different, and more importantly, it's one of those ones which it's an old trope, but it works. It's still popular to this day. And we really are rooting for them, and we hope that Akira and Hajime get together. But each of these stories, each of these little events, they happen over and over again, and hopefully we do see some progression. Now, the cool part is that the manga itself was released as a was released all on the Viz Media app, which I was using the app. Definitely worth it for $1.99 for 1,000 different titles. But not pimping the app, just wanted to talk about that. So, long story short, up to chapter 45, there's a little bit of progression, but it seems like it is the standard. Okay, we're just going to let this simmer and simmer and simmer and simmer and simmer and simmer until the last volume, and then it'll boil over, and then we'll get what's going on. Which is usually a problem, but it's kind of endearing because honestly, Akira and Hajime are two characters that you can't help but root for. And when you learn more about their circumstances and what happened, you kind of like these two definitely deserve to be a couple, and you really are rooting for them. It's not like some of the other series where it's like these two characters should never get together, or it's really creepy that this one likes this one. No, this is an endearing story that is well done. But on the same token, a lot of standard trope start. Like I said, the first trope that we get is the kabedon, which for those who don't know, that is when the guy or girl or the love interest is over the other one, puts a hand on the wall, it does that boom. It's kind of the intimidating moment, which is kind of sexy, kind of intimidating, kind of weird or cringy. It's that moment, and we get that. Also, a couple other ones when he tries to help her out and she smacks him, and then or another time when she ends up hugging him and snaps his neck. He's fine. He's fine because mangas, but whatever. So this is that series. Now, is it available readily? For the most part, yes. Volume 1 is available in most bookstores. Just I couldn't find Volume 1 because everyone's been talking about Volume 2. And more importantly, Jujutsu Kaisen came out, so everyone has been refilling that. So unfortunately, it's hard to find some of the more niche mangas through your general physical version. So you're going to have to find a lot of, well, digital versions that are legitimate. Don't ever open seas. Not for series that have been released. If they haven't been released, that's another story. But I digress. So overall, what were my thoughts? Did I like this? Did I not like this? Did I think it was great? Well, the art style is really cute. I like the design for Hajime and Akira, especially when they're freaking out. Their chibi forms are adorable. It is a shoujo series, so it's a lot of very cute, whimsical, and pretty moments. And there is a rival, which they introduced, that is a little much. But again, this has been done to death, so we know the tropes, we know the situations. Art style's okay, main characters are good, story is predictable. So overall, after going back and forth thinking about this for a little bit, what am I going to rate this? Well, I'm going to give it a Give from Your Crazy Aunt Muriel. It's okay, but in the end, forgettable. We've got some great main characters, beautiful artwork, and some of the moments are sincerely funny. Like I said, she straight up snaps his neck and breaks his neck for like 2 months because she doesn't know how to handle hugging him. The cons are this is very repetitious. You have that rom-com tropes galore situation where there's tons of rom-com stuff going on, and every time you think they might do something different, nope, it's the same old track, which is not the end of the world. It's fine, it hits, but sometimes you want something a little different. The tropes are going to be that the unspoken love between two main characters, the romantic misunderstandings where someone thinks that the other person hates someone, in fact they love them, but it goes back and forth. And then last, the overly shy main characters, and that is something which kind of it goes through. So these are my thoughts on Akira Failing in Love. Now, if you've read this and you agree or disagree, let me know. Email me, zanspiraken.com, tweet me at Spiraken, or leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this manga. And with that in mind, let's get to the next thing we're talking about. And what is it? It is the manga release for the week. We've got a lot of them, and we're prepping up for some really cool stuff. And what am I talking about? Well, starting off at the beginning, we've got 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, Volume 18. Am I Actually the Strongest, Volume 10. Assassin's Creed Forgotten Temple, Volume 3. Battle Royale Enforcers, Volume 5. Beneath the Failing Camilla Blooms, Volume 1. Beware the Villainess, Volume 7. This is the light novel. Blue Lock, Volume 30. The Boxer, the final volume, Volume 13. A Cat is a Cat in Any Life, Volume 1. Centauria, Volume 2. I have been pimping this series out like no tomorrow. It's an amazing series, and I can't wait to talk about this at Animazement next week. Choking on Love, Volume 5. Chojin X, Volume 12. The Death Mage, Volume 9, and this is the manga companion to the light novel series. Deep 3, Volume 2. The Demon King is Way Too Overprotective, Volume 3. Dinghai Fuxing Records, Volume 3. This is the webcomic version. A Reincarnated Carrier Strategy for Another World, Novel Number 2. Eternal Covenant, Volume 4. Farewell My Odin, Volume 2. The Final Fantasy IX picture book, Vivi and Grandpa's Memories from the Sky. This looks adorable. Final Fight, Volume 1. Grand Familia, Volume 3. Hirayasumi, Volume 9. Hope You're Happy Lemon, Volume 3. How I Met My Soulmate, Volume 7. Hunter x Hunter Collection 16, 17, 18. I Love Amy, Volume 2. Isekai Walking Around the Other World, light novel number 6. Joyful Reunion, Book 4. Just Like Mona Lisa, Volumes 9 and Volume 10 released in the same day. Kind of interesting for that. You have Kill the Villainess, Volume 6. Kingdom, Volume 7. Kusunoko's Flunking Her High School Glow Up, Volume 6. Lady Devil, Volume 5. Let's Make a Harem in the Zombie World, Volume 2. Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero, Volume 11. Magical Buffs, the supporter class is stronger than he realized, Volume 6. Magical Karina, Volume 1. Miss Medic's Diary at War, Volume 1. This is a digital release only. Monster and Ghost, Volume 2. Mujina Into the Deep, Volume 4. My Kitten is a Picky Eater, Volume 8. Naga and Hayasaki, Volume 1. Ninja vs. Gokudo, Volume 13. No Longer Allowed in Another World, Volume 11. One Punch Man, Volume 33. Only My Psycho. Otaku Elf, Volume 11. The Otaku Love Connection, Volume 4. Our Dining Table Seconds, Please, Volume 2. Outbride Beauty and the Beast, Volume 9. Overgeared, Volume 10. Parasite the Paperback Collection, Volume 6. The Path of an S-Rank Adventurer from Deadweight to Weapons Master, Volume 1 of the light novel. The Princess I Loved in My Past Life is Now a Middle-Aged Dad, Volume 3. Record Journey, Volume 1. This manga looks really interesting. Revenge of the Baskerville Bloodhound, Volume 2. Sanda, Volume 3. Scavengers and Other Sky, Volume 2. The Scum Laugh, Volume 1. See You in My 19th Life, Volume 10. Senpai Isn't Otonoko, My Cross-Dressing Classmate, Volume 6. She Professed Herself, Pupil of the Wise Ben, Volume 16 of the novel, and Volume 14 of the manga. Shinjuku 69 Heaven, Volume 1. The Tale of Luvelia Kingdom, Volume 2. A Tale of the Secret Saint, Light Novel 10. Tank Chair, Volume 8. The Too Perfect Saint, Tossed Aside by My Fiancé and Sold to Another Kingdom, manga number 6. Venus Mission, I Was Assassin for Hire Who Died, Now I'm Hunting Heroes in Another World, Volume 1 of the light novel series. What It Means to Be You, Volume 4. Whisper Me a Love Song, Volume 11. And last and certainly not least, we've got a Yuri love story that begins with getting dumped in a dream, Volume 2. So these are the manga releases for the week. We've got some new titles, we've got some old titles, we've got a couple of titles which are ending. But which are the ones are you most excited about? Let me know. Email me, zansparkin.com, or tweet me at Sparkin. Now, for me, personally, my top 5 are going to be for this week. A Cat is a Cat in Any Life, which is an isekai. It looks a lot of fun, and also it's a cat manga. Vivi and Grandpa's Memories for the Sky picture book looks adorable. Also, it's Vivi from Final Fantasy IX, arguably the best character in that series. We have Magical Karina Volume 1, which is a story of a young girl who becomes a magical girl, and she doesn't get any of the benefits, just the basic stuff. So it looks kind of cool. You have Record Journey, which is the story of a person who gets involved in record culture and vinyl culture. That's my topic for this week. And then we got Venus Mission, which is an assassin being isekai. So got some good ones, got some bad ones. Which of these are you most excited about? Let me know. Email me zansparkin.com or tweet me at Sparkin. Let me know your thoughts. And before we go any further, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking out this podcast and these videos. Every new subscriber, every email, every new comment gives me more motivation to keep doing this, and I love doing this. So thank you so much. You are all awesome and amazing. So let's keep going and see if we can hit all the way back to 800 by then. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Friday is our 18-year anniversary. I have been reviewing manga for 18 years. Can you believe it? It's kind of crazy. But, yeah. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to be doing a bunch of little, if you follow our Blue Skies, definitely check out some of the little messages and posts I've been posting lately because I'm asking questions because I might be doing the Spiraken Manga Awards. So our most popular series, our most fun series, a couple of things I thought about over time, some series that were overrated. So definitely comment and leave notes so I can actually get some ideas for it. Also, if you have not been paying attention, I will be at Animazement next week. That's from the 22nd through the 24th of May in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, I'll be running 3 panels, the Insane Manga Challenge, Back from the Dead, Ultraviolence series for fans of Berserk, and manga recommendations for grown-ups, the new adaptation. So these are some great panels. Greta and I are going to be there. We're going to have some fun. And I'm going to be giving away a bunch of things, including a bunch of ribbons. I'm going to be giving away stickers and a couple of mangas. Now, the manga, I think that is going to be the one that's going to be one of the new ones. I'm definitely going to be giving Liar Liar away, even though I do like the series. I can now read the entire thing on the visit. Viz app and on Yen Press app. So yeah, that's a thing. But regardless, definitely check it out. It is going to be worth it. But regardless, if you're watching on YouTube, tell your friends about this. Definitely keep watching. And remember to like, share, subscribe. And as always, click on that bell for notification for when we release new episodes. And if you're listening on Mondays, we have our Spiraken Book Club where we're talking about various books. The next one, because this week was Snow Crash, next week I believe is Eat Shoots and Leaves, which is a very weird, interesting book about pronouns. So we're going to be talking about that. And I think that's it for this episode. I'm forgetting something, aren't I? Something important, something big. Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, as usual, let's get to that part that you've all been waiting for, the most popular part of this podcast. What am I talking about? I'm talking about that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga! Yes, friends, the Wheel of Manga, except no substitutes. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on it. What I've done is I've assigned a manga title to each of the 10 slots. We're going to spin the wheel. Whatever number it lands on, that's the manga I'm going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 631. We've got some great titles on here, some weird titles, and more importantly, some which are going to be a little different. So let's spin it so we're going to review the next episode, shall we? Number 4. So in the next episode, we're going to be reviewing Into the Clear Moonlight, which is one which Greta is extremely excited about. She loves the series. She was addicted to the anime. It's a story of a prince falling in love with a prince. What are we talking about? Well, you have to wait and see. I actually have never read this manga, so it should be good. So anyway, regardless, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As usual, I am your host, Zan. I am Gonzville. I'll catch you guys next time. So keep reading manga, and I will see you later.